Good evening. This is All India Radio and I'm Gaura Dhawanlal with the news at 9. The headlines. Karnataka Assembly adjourned till Monday without any decision on trust vote. International Energy Agency praises Ujjwala scheme for providing free cooking gas connections to the poor. Government says there is no proposal to cut fertilizer subsidies. Indian men and women's teams win Commonwealth Table Tennis titles in Cuttack. And PV Sindhu enters women's singles semifinal of Indonesia Open Badminton in Jakarta. The Karnataka Assembly has been adjourned till Monday without any decision on the trust vote today. The House will reconvene on Monday to continue the discussion on the confidence motion moved by Chief Minister H.D. Kumaraswamy. Earlier, Governor Ujjwala had sent another letter to the Chief Minister to prove a majority and conclude the floor test procedure today itself. In the letter, the Governor said that when allegations of horse trading are made, and he is receiving many such complaints, it is constitutionally imperative that the floor test be completed today itself without any delay. Replying to the Governor's second deadline, Chief Minister Kumaraswamy wondered whether the Governor had noticed the political developments in the last 10 days. The Protection of Human Rights Amendment Bill 2019 has been passed by voice vote in the Lok Sabha today. In his reply in the House, the Minister of State for Home Affairs, Nithyananda, said that the government is sensitive to the rights of humanity and is committed to strengthening the Human Rights Commission in the country. He denied the allegation that India's Human Rights Commission has lost its good grade and informed that it is given an A grade by the international agency, saying that it was Prime Minister Narendra Modi who suggested increasing the presence of civil society in the Commission. The minister emphasized that every section of society has now received representation. Prime Minister Narendra Modi's Ujjwala scheme for providing free cooking gas connections to the poor came in for praise from the International Energy Agency IEA. The agency said it is a major achievement in improving the environment and health of women. Speaking at a conference in New Delhi, IEA Executive Director Fatih Birol said providing access to LPG across India by 2020 is a major achievement. Mr. Birol said it is not an energy issue. It is an economic issue and it is a social issue. The government has said that there is no proposal to cut fertilizer subsidies. In a written reply in the Rajya Sabha, Chemicals and Fertilizers Minister D.V. Sadanand Gowda has said over 2,12,000 crore rupees have been paid as subsidy by the government during the last 3 years. Urea is being provided to farmers at a statutorily notified maximum retail price. The MRP of a 45 kilogram bag of urea is 242 rupees and the MRP of a 50 kilogram bag of urea is 268 rupees. The difference between the delivered cost of fertilizers at the farm gate and net market realization by the urea units is given as subsidy to urea manufacturers and importers by the central government. The Indian Army has successfully carried out summer user trials of third-generation anti-tank guided missile NAG at the Pokhran field firing ranges in Rajasthan. The trials of the NAG missile developed by the Defence Research and Development Organisation DRDO were conducted between the 7th to 18th of this month. The NAG missile has been developed to engage highly fortified enemy tanks in all weather conditions with day and night capabilities and with a minimum range of 500 meters and maximum range of 4 kilometers. Completion of the summer user trials will now pave the way for production and induction of the missile system into the Army. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh congratulated the user evaluation teams from the Indian Army and DRDO on the successful completion of the user trials of the NAG missile. The Defence Minister will undertake a day-long visit to Jammu and Kashmir tomorrow. During his visit, the Defence Minister will pay tribute to martyrs on the 20th anniversary of the Kargil War and will interact with troops and review the situation along the line of actual control with China. In the afternoon, the Defence Minister will inaugurate 2 bridge projects on the rivers Ujj in Katwa district and Basantar in Samba district of Jammu division. The Defence Minister will be accompanied by Minister of State in the PMO, Dr. Jitendra Singh. Chief of Army Staff General Bipin Rawat visited Dras sector today. During the visit, he was briefed by the General Officer commanding Fire and Fury Corps on the prevailing situation and operational preparedness in the sector. General Bipin Rawat also interacted with soldiers deployed on the Line of Control LC. The Army Chief was accompanied by the General Officer Commanding-in-Chief, Northern Command. Recalling the valor and sacrifice of troops who fought in Operation Vijay in this sector in 1999, he exhorted all ranks to execute their assigned tasks with the same josh, vigour and responsibility. He also called upon all ranks of the Fire and Fury Corps to rededicate themselves towards upholding the values that the Indian Army stands for. Delhi Police Commissioner Amulya Patnaik today launched the new eChallan system and the e-payment gateway for the use of Delhi Traffic Police. The eChallan devices are enabled with active GPS, where the challan officer and the violator both can be logged and tracked to a particular geolocation. This is an important tool for evidence to establish credibility of the prosecution. The payment gateway will help citizens with the flexibility to log in securely at their convenience and settle the pending violation notices with proof of payment. Senior diplomat S.K. Singla has been appointed the next Indian ambassador to Israel. Mr. Singla, 1997 batch Indian Foreign Service officer, was serving as private secretary to the Prime Minister. Upender Singh Rawat has been named as the Indian ambassador to Panama. Indian Foreign Service officer Vivek Kumar has been appointed private secretary to Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Mr. Kumar is a 2004 batch IFS officer and is currently working as a director in the Prime Minister's office. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has invited people to share their valuable inputs for his Independence Day speech on 15th August. In a tweet, Mr. Modi asked people to contribute their thoughts on the specially created open forum on the Namo app. He said their words will be heard by 130 crore Indians from the ramparts of the Red Fort. This is an opportunity for the public to be a part of the Independence Day celebrations and contribute towards nation building. Commerce and Industry Minister Piyush Goyal will launch the Global Innovation Index GII on the 24th of this month in New Delhi. The GII has been a charter for assessing the innovation capabilities of national economies worldwide. An official release said the launch of GII will reveal the innovation rankings of economies and the findings for this year. This year's theme is Evaluating the Medical Innovation Scenario of the Next Decade. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates, follow us on Twitter @AIR News Alerts. The Centre has directed all cable TV operators and DTH platforms to carry all 24 DD channels. In a video message, Information and Broadcasting Minister Prakash Javadekar said operators are not showing all DD channels, which is in contravention of existing rules. He said a letter has been written informing them that it is mandatory for cable TV networks to carry all 24 DD channels.
कानून के अनुसार जो दिखाना बाध्यकारी है,
cable TV operators are not carrying all the 24 DD channels on its platform, which is in contravention of existing rules. So that we have written a letter to them informing that it is a mandatory to carry all the 24 channels. We have also asked them to submit an affidavit in this regard. We will strictly follow it because it is a part of law.
हम इसकी सख्ती से अमल करेंगे क्योंकि ये कानून का हिस्सा है.
BJP President Amit Shah today appointed senior party leader Radha Mohan Singh as the National Election Officer to oversee organizational elections in the party. The BJP in a statement said Mr. Singh will be assisted by 3 other party leaders. They are Lok Sabha member Vinod Sonkar, former MP Hansraj Ahir and Karnataka MLA C.T. Ravi. An earthquake of 5.6 magnitude was felt in Itanagar and most parts of western Arunachal Pradesh at around 2:52 p.m. today. According to the IMD, the epicenter of the earthquake was in East Kameng district around 107 kilometers from the state capital Itanagar. No loss of life or property has been reported so far. The National Disaster Response Force, NDRF, has deployed 124 teams in various parts of the country to respond to any type of disaster emergency, natural or man-made. An official release said, in view of the monsoon season and as a part of proactive measures, 84 teams have been pre-positioned in 23 states at 71 locations as per the flood vulnerability profile of the states. NDRF said 40 teams have been permanently deployed in 27 regional response centers, RRCs, for prompt response to any eventuality. In Bihar, under the Prime Minister's Kaushal Vikas Yojana PMKVY, more than 52,000 placements have been done during the last 3 years after the training of youth. Unemployed youth are getting their skills honed at several institutions ratified by the Framework for Skill Development. A report.
Under the short-term courses and training, 1,66,000 youths got registered, out of which 1,37,000 trained since 2016 in the state. Apparel, textile and handloom, plumbing, healthcare, beauty and wellness are some popular trades where admissions are being done. A youth shared his experience.
मैं रविशंकर कुमार जिला पटना मनेर का अस्थायी निवासी हूँ. मैंने अपने पढ़ाई
After completing my graduation, I did a short-term course of hotel management under Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana. It helped me in area of communication skill and etiquette. During the course, I got placement at the reputed food chain in Bangalore as chef.
इधर फूड चेन यानी शेफ का काम करता हूँ.
Prime Minister Kaushal Vikas Yojana is being proved very instrumental for lakhs of youths. The communication skills and personality development tips are also grooming them and instilling confidence in getting dignified jobs at metro cities. Dharmendra Kumar Rai, AIR News, Patna.
Extending losses for the second consecutive session, market benchmark Sensex and the Nifty today plunged around 1.5%. A report.
Sensex at the Bombay Stock Exchange declined 560 points, 1.44% to close at 38,337. Nifty at the National Stock Exchange was also down 178 points, 1.53% to end at 11,419. However, the rupee at the foreign exchange market appreciated 17 paise to 68 rupees and 80 paise against US dollar, and gold prices today rose by 280 rupees to 35,950 rupees per 10 grams in the national capital, and Brent crude prices were trading around $62.50 per barrel in intraday trade. This is Arjun Chaudhary with Sanjay Kumar Singh for AIR News.
In the Commonwealth Table Tennis Championship held in Cuttack today, India made a record by winning gold in both the men's and women's categories. The Indian men won the final match, defeating England 3-2. The Indian women team defeated England 3-0 in the final match. The Indian women team won the gold for the first time in the history of the Commonwealth Games. In badminton, ace Indian shuttler PV Sindhu has entered the women's singles semi-finals of the Indonesia Open in Jakarta today. Sindhu defeated Japan's N. Okuhara in straight games, 21-14, 14-7 in the quarterfinals. In the semi-finals, Sindhu will take on China's Chen Wei tomorrow. Chen Wei defeated Zhang Bi of the US 21-14, 21-17, 16-21 in the quarterfinals. Sports Minister Kiren Rijiju launched the All India Football Federation's Golden Baby Leagues Handbook 2019-2020 on the sidelines of the Intercontinental Cup in Ahmedabad today. The launch marked the renaming of the AIFF Baby Leagues to AIFF Golden Baby Leagues, with emphasis being laid for ages under 6 to under 12, both for girls and boys. The league's aim is to provide access to football in localities irrespective of gender, religion, economic background or ethnic origin. And now, before we close, the headlines once again. Karnataka Assembly adjourned till Monday without any decision on trust vote. International Energy Agency praises Ujjwala scheme for providing free cooking gas connections to the poor. Government says there is no proposal to cut fertilizer subsidies. Indian men and women's teams win Commonwealth Table Tennis titles in Cuttack. And PV Sindhu enters women's singles semi-final of Indonesia Open Badminton in Jakarta. And that is all in the news at 9. Good night.